Well, I'm sure you'll all agree that the Home Office, well, they are kind of a bunch of tosspots, and let's face it, they've always been on the carnage of logic, haven't they? I'm sure you'll all agree. But what have they done now? Well, they've apparently decided to keep the locations of asylum hotels a tight secret from Deliveroo, even though, of course, Deliveroo has a bit of a problem with Just Eat and Uber Eats, I'm assuming, with a lot of illegal boot people working for them, haven't they? So it would actually be beneficial for Deliveroo and companies like that to know where these hotels are so they don't hire people from them. So what is the reason the government isn't telling Deliveroo? Well, apparently it's all because of safety concerns. Because, it seems that the government thinks that sharing this information with Deliveroo and companies like that might be, I don't know, turn these hotels into hotbeds of danger. I mean, who needs data to combat illegal work in the gig economy when you can just pretend, I don't know, it doesn't exist, which I guess is what Labour does all the time. And Deliveroo actually wanted to use this information to make sure their delivery drivers aren't breaking the law. But the Home Office, in its infinite wisdom, clearly they're worried that these poor individuals might find themselves out of a job, or worse, actually following the law, because remember, they're not allowed to work here, let alone be in the country, in my opinion. Meanwhile, the Home Office is on a nationwide blitz, apparently, to tackle this illegal work, focusing on the gig economy, of course, delivery riders. So you'd think, wouldn't you, that they actually want to help out Deliveroo with this, but unfortunately not. So what else have they been doing, I hear you ask? Well, apparently instead, they're even making companies beef up their identity and verification checks, making it harder for riders to sneak jobs through borrowed accounts, because let's face it, at the end of the day, presumably if they're registering for Deliveroo and Uber Eats or whatever, they more than likely have to fill in their address, and obviously that will be at the hotels, wouldn't it? So perhaps it might be, on a temporary basis, of course, more easier for Deliveroo, Just Eat and Uber Eats to just actually ban anyone who is trying to register from a hotel, or indeed using one of these borrowed accounts. And let's not forget, of course, Katie Land, the shadow Home Office Minister, who's, of course, had enough, like many of us, of this nonsense. She's calling the Home Office's approach to migration topsy-turvy and accusing them of aiding and abetting illegal activities. And no doubt, of course, there'll be a Keir Starmer belly dance and U-turn when he more than likely gives more rights to these people, I'm guessing. But just what have they said about it then? Well, a Home Office spokesperson said, "This government will not stand for illegal working. It undercuts honest businesses and supports the operations of people smuggling gangs, which is why arrests have increased by approximately 50%, which unfortunately, after they're arrested, they just seem to go out and do it again anyway, so it's not really making much difference in my opinion." But anyway, and why tough new laws are being introduced to end this abuse of flexible working arrangements. We are working alongside Deliveroo and other firms to deepen our cooperation, and building on last month's roundtable, we are exploring more of what we can do to address this criminality. Perhaps, I know this may be a far beyond wide idea, but perhaps, I don't know, actually deport them back to the safe country of France. I mean, surely that's the best bet for everyone, isn't it? But I guess that's just too complicated for them. Anyway, this includes improved information sharing to enhance the targeted of illegal work and hotspots. But what have Deliveroo said? Well, a Deliveroo spokesperson said, Deliveroo has led the sector in introducing security measures to prevent illegal working on our platform, and we continue to go further to strengthen our controls as determined and sophisticated criminals seek new ways to exploit all platform systems. Well, I don't know about you, but the sooner Nigel Farage gets in and sorts all this mess out, the better, in my opinion, because I don't think we can trust Labour with anything, because let's face it, most of their policies are about as popular as a fart in a lift, aren't they?